My 27FX26 dumped me in January after 9 years together. Because he didn't think I was wife material now. He reached out wanting to talk because he needs to get something off his chest. I was with my ex, who I will call Nate, because of him. Being honest minus betraying a friend, I was a Cassie editor's note. I believe this is a Euphoria TV reference. I don't watch it, but that's what Google says. This has no bearing on the story. I don't want to go too much into the details, but for the last 9 years I lost myself to Nate. He was my world, everything I did was for him. I helped him though depression, keep his grades up, even work 2 jobs so he could focus on collage. When his parents disowned him for nearly 3 years because they didn't agree with the major or collage he chose, bear in mind, I was also a collage student. When his parents started talking to him again and started to financial support him, we moved into a new apartment. Nate said he wanted me to quit my job. I didn't because it was his turn to take care of me. For 16 months everything was great. He spoiled me, then I noticed he was more interested in his new friends. At times he ignored me completely. Back in December he did a 180, and he bombed me the whole month. He really went out of his way to make Christmas magical for me. I honestly believed he was going to propose on January the 2nd. He made me my favorite dinner, and made this speech about me being his first love, how I've been there since high school. I kept thinking any minute now, he's gonna ask me to marry him, but no. He dumped me as his speech went on. My world fell apart, and as much he tried to sugarcoat it, he basically said you were a good girlfriend, but that's what you always be to me, a girlfriend. I don't see you as my wife or the mother of my children, blah blah. You served your purpose now. I don't need you anymore, blah blah. I need someone on my level, blah blah. You're a gold digger, blah. I'll give you 30 days to move out. I couldn't speak and he stared at me looking for a response. I think this lasted 20 minutes before he said he'd sleep in the guest room then left. Strangely, I didn't cry or get angry. I just ordered cardboard boxes online then went to bed. The next day I waited for him to leave the apartment before I left my room. Then I called my boss, begged really if I could transfer anywhere. She told me there wasn't anything, but if something came up in my department she'd consider me. I then reached out to everyone I knew that wasn't also Nate's friend for a place to stay. My cousin invited me to stay in her spare room for as long as I needed, and I could move in straight away, so that was amazing. In the 4 days it took me to pack my stuff and move out. I didn't see or speak to Nate. I doubt he even noticed. I didn't trust myself at the time to ignore a "you up" text, so I blocked him, and everyone close to him even changed me email to make sure he couldn't reach me. The first night at my cousin's was the night everything hit me. I think I cried every night the first month. I honestly felt like shit. I thought about what Nate said over and over again. It made me feel so low, like I was nothing. He only stayed with me because I was just there, but thankfully my cousin sent for my mom, other cousins and real friends to give me an intervention which I badly needed. I believe that first month I wouldn't have made it without my cousin. I'm still healing and waiting on that job transfer, because I feel like if I'm not in the same city as Nate and I have a place of my own, the fresh start would do me the world of good. I thought by now I'd be a distant memory for Nate, but shockingly, he sent flowers to my job today for my birthday, which was on Sunday. Apparently he went to my parents' house looking for me too. And my mom admitted he's been before dropping off stuff and tried to ask questions about me, but they told him to F off.